You could do 1,000 crunches a day for the next year and still never see a six-pack. That's not a scare tactic, that's just how the muscle actually works, and almost nobody in a gym has been told the truth about it. Most of what you've been taught about ab training came from bodybuilding magazines in the 90s, not from how the muscle actually responds to training. So today, we're going through 7 of the most repeated ab myths, the ones costing people years of wasted effort, and what the research actually says instead. Myth number 4 is the one that's probably wrecking your program right now without you even realizing it. Myth 1. Ab exercises burn the fat off your stomach. This is the oldest myth in fitness, and it's called spot reduction, and it's been tested directly. Researchers had people train just one leg for weeks straight, one leg getting all the work, the other leg getting none. If spot reduction were real, the trained leg should have lost noticeably more fat. It didn't. Fat loss happened across the body, not locally at the muscle being worked. Your body doesn't pull fat from next to the muscle you're using, it pulls from wherever your hormones and genetics decide to pull from first, and that's mostly determined by your overall calorie balance, not your crunch count. So if visible abs is the goal, the crunches aren't the lever. Your diet is the lever. The abs might already be built under there, you just can't see them yet. Myth 2, and this one's just physiology, you need to train abs every single day for them to grow. No, you don't. Your abs are a muscle. Same rules apply as your chest or your back. You damage the fibers, then you need recovery time for that muscle to actually repair and grow back stronger. Somewhere around 2 to 3 days is the usual window most lifters need. Train it maximally every single day with 0 rest, and you're not accelerating growth, you're just never letting it finish the job. That's why guys who do abs every day for months sometimes see less definition than guys training abs twice a week with real intent. Myth 3. High rep crunches the 100 rep, burn it out approach is how you build ab size. Partially true, mostly misleading. High reps with just body weight mainly train endurance, how long the muscle can keep firing, not how big it gets. Size comes from the same principle that grows every other muscle in your body: progressive overload under real resistance. If you want your abs to actually get thicker and more visible, not just more tired, you need to start loading them weighted crunches, cable crunches, weighted leg raises, the same way you'd add weight to a bicep curl instead of doing curls with a pencil for the rest of your life. Myth 4, and this is the one wrecking the most programs, the basic floor crunch is the best ab exercise. Studies measuring electrical activity in the ab muscles during different exercises have consistently found the plain floor crunch sits near the bottom of the list. It's a short range of motion, low tension, and your hip flexors end up doing more of the work than people realize. Movements like the bicycle crunch, the ab wheel rollout, and the hanging or captain's chair leg raise recruit dramatically more muscle fiber because they put the rectus abdominis through a longer range of motion under real tension. If crunches have been your only ab exercise, you've basically been doing the least effective version available the whole time. Myth 5. Having a visible six-pack means you have a strong core. These are two completely different things. Spine researchers who study how the core actually functions during real movement, lifting, sprinting, getting tackled, catching yourself when you slip, found that your abs mostly work as stabilizers. They resist your spine bending or twisting under force. They're not designed to be repeatedly flexed like a bicep. That means someone with visible abs from dieting down might have a genuinely weak, unstable core, and someone with 0 visible definition might have one of the most stable, injury-resistant cores in the gym because they train anti-rotation and anti-extension work like planks and pull-off presses. Visible abs is an aesthetics outcome. A strong core is a function outcome. Chasing one doesn't automatically give you the other. Myth 6. If you don't have visible abs by now, it's just genetics, nothing you can do. Half true, and this is the one that gets people to quit. Genetics absolutely decides the pattern you'll see, how many blocks, how symmetrical. Some people get a clean six-pack shape, and some people's genetics gives them an 8-pack or an uneven pattern. That part you don't control. But whether you can see any of it at all comes down almost entirely to body fat percentage, generally somewhere in the low teens or lower for men. High teens to low 20s for women, though it varies by how your body stores fat. That number is trainable. Genetics picks the shape. Your diet and training picks whether the shape is visible. Myth 7. Ab training burns more calories than training other muscles because it's your core. It doesn't get special treatment. Calories burned during training scale with how much total muscle you're moving and how heavy the load is. Your legs and your back are enormous compared to your abs. A set of heavy squats or deadlifts burns dramatically more than a set of crunches ever will. If fat loss is actually the goal here, heavy compound lifts and your overall diet are doing the real work. The ab exercises are shaping what's underneath, not burning what's on top. So here's the short version. Fat loss comes from your diet, not your crunch count. Recovery matters as much as effort. Load your ab training the same way you'd load any other muscle. And genetics decides the shape you decide whether anyone ever sees it. None of this is complicated once you actually know how the muscle works, instead of repeating what a magazine told you in 2003. If you actually want to build the muscle correctly instead of just avoiding the myths, there's another video on this channel that covers real forgotten training methods that build serious strength the right way. Check that out next.